Hello everyone, Bill from HyGround Tiles, wanting to show you today's few of the designs and the textures we're working on. We're getting quite a few of these done now, so anyways, we'll just give you a quick introduction to some of these. So we have multiple different tiles. They're going to be coming in different sets, and those sets will include, things where there'll be grass and there'll be lava and other things like that. And so these are some of the different textures that we have. This is our grass texture, and as you can see, it's got a pretty cool texture on there, and it just fits right onto the base sets that we have. And I'll just go ahead and put some of these onto the tiles as we go. One of the things that's kind of cool is you can print these in just about any color that you like. This is more of a subdued green, but if you like to have a little brighter green, it's just whatever colors you feel are appropriate, you can print in those colors. That was our grass. We have a cobble. Instead of a cobblestone, we have a stone road, and this is what that tile is. And again, if you want to print in different colors, you can do that depending on what you feel is appropriate, what you like the best. But anyways, kind of a more of a subdued color and more of just a plain gray. We have our sand tile. I think this guy looks pretty cool. This is one that we use in our desert set, and you'll see that coming out here pretty quickly. But the sand tile is just looks like wavy sand, and it's pretty cool. There's that one. We have dirt tile, and this is kind of just a random rocks and pebbles and stuff that are, represent the dirt. And so we have a dirt tile. We have a dungeon tile, which is right here. And again, just different colors you can print in. This is kind of a darker gray. We've shown you already the three-dimensional tiles, which have two pieces to them. There's an insert, this red piece here, and then the crust, and so you can see through them, and gives you some additional depth of view of these tiles. And so this is the lava tile, and the lava set video is already out, so if you get a chance to look at that, go for it. This here could be any color that you want, but this is we're going to call this our mystic tile. It's a tile, again, it's a three-dimensional one you can see through. You can put some interesting colors in there, and you can put some lights that go through the bottom of these and kind of create a neat little look. Here's a catwalk, more of a sci-fi type piece. Most of these can be used in fantasy or sci-fi, but this one here is a little catwalk. Again, you can see right through it, and kind of gives a neat look to it. We're working on some wood docks and other things like that, and we have a bamboo one right here that's kind of cool. This one we actually printed in a wood PLA, which is really kind of cool, and amazing. It actually smells like wood. First time we experimented with that. We have a snow tile, again, just pretty much white. We also have some of these will have snow drifts on them, so there's a bit of a texture that goes on top of these. So here's a water tile, and the water tiles are a little bit different than the regular crowns in that they're about 2 millimeters shorter in height, so that when you put them on here, it will actually work like some of the other games that you may have used where the water tile is shorter than the others. And so same concept here. So the water tile, we have a lava tile, that's the same idea and concept. We have a shadow tile, or some people use this as an oil spill or whatever you want to use, but it's just a black tile. We have kind of like a swamp tile here. It's very simple. So we have a bunch of these tiles right here. Now we have a couple other things that we're working on. We've seen where people want to make water look more realistic, and so we've created a couple tiles to help with that. And so here's one of them. This is be a water tile that is empty, and you can actually pour resin in here and make it look really pretty cool. And so here's what the printed tile looks like, and this is what the tile looks like when it's got resin in it. And so I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty sweet. It's got a neat little nice and shiny, and it has a three-dimensional view to it, and so pretty cool. But that's going to be provided in the water set, so that as we go forward you'll have capabilities of doing either or. Print a regular water tile, or you can print, you know, the one that takes the resin. So these are the three different views of it that you can kind of get an idea. In addition, to make it interesting, we've added some fish into the prints so that you can kind of make them interesting. We're going to have a couple different items, you know, different types of fish in there, so that you can print those and paint them. And just to show you what that might look like, here's one with a koi in it, for example. And so this is again the resin tile, and all we did was paint that, you know, the fish that's already there, and you just, you know, paint it, put the resin in, and it really pops pretty cool. Anyways, so there's that. So those are the water tiles. We'll have the same type of thing for the swamp tiles. And so here's a swamp tile, and again it could be filled with the resin. You can even add some colorant into that resin and make it brownish or something of that nature. It's kind of cool. So anyways, those are the water tiles. In addition to those, we have we're going to have some waterfalls, and I don't know how well we're going to be able to see this, but here's one of the waterfalls. These print really awesome. Actually, they look really, really good when they're you know, installed. And you can, I don't have one out to install it on right now, but this, again, these are going to be different heights. We've got multiple different sizes right now. We've got this one, I think it's 10 hexes tall. We've got another one that's 5, and then one that's 2. And so we'll probably have some additional depths as well as we go forward and make these available. But anyways, different waterfalls, and kind of make some cool designs with that. One of the neat things that we have is because of this design, it allows us to do a couple unique things. So if I have, let's say I have a design where I have an overhang, you know, and I want to have, you know, so I have an overhang like this. Let's say this is on my board and I have this overhang. This design really makes it easy to put an underside tile. We call it an inverse crown, and you simply just put it up in here and it snaps up. So now when you have your overhang, you can actually have some nice detail, and we'll have some stalactites and stuff like that that are hanging from these that you can put into the design. And so anyways, those are pretty cool. But because of this design, it's made it really easy to create this mechanism to put an under tile on there, if you want to call it an inverse crown. Anyway, those are some of the tiles we're working on so far, and we've got a lot more to work on. Some of our base tiles, you've probably seen different colors. This is a dark brown one I put on here, and this is our earth pattern that we have on here. It's just a crinkly earth pattern that can be used, you know, and it looks pretty good with different tiles, but you can kind of see that. So this is again in a gray. You can kind of see what that pattern looks like. It's unique on different sides here, so it's not always a repeat. And then also there will be one in the set that is there's no pattern on it at all. It's just a straight one, and can be used for different things. You know, if you could print these in white for your snow tiles when you're expanding, or you can use them for the water tiles, and you know, do that. So again, just start putting your water tiles on here, and then that kind of matches up and gives you a good look for water. So anyway, there's all kinds of different tiles we're working on. We've got a whole bunch more listed or on our list to do, and we'll get them out to you as soon as we can. Thanks.